Those that came before fought for its creation. In 1915, the dream came true, preserving a wilderness where mountain peaks touch the sky, a place where wildlife and wild fish thrive. Welcome to Rocky Mountain National Park. It's easy to love Sprague Lake. Easy access and a wonderful path to walk around. It's a great place to bring the whole family. The front of the lake is shallow, and people often wade here for the fun of it. I prefer to fish from shore in this area and avoid creating more damage to the grassy areas leading into the water. Besides, the backside is a little deeper, you can wade without getting stuck in the mud, and it fishes a little better for the wild brook and brown trout that can be found here. While similar in terms of access, use, and maintained paths, a major difference is, in Lily Lake, you find the native trout to the east side of the park, the greenback cutthroat. Because of its high use, some special rules are in place, like the partial closure to allow fish to spawn undisturbed. And while the lake has a reputation for being difficult at times, it gives everyone a chance to experience this amazing fish. The Big Thompson in Moraine Park is probably the most popular stream in the park. During runoff, the river spills over its banks and into the meadow, creating damp, marshy areas. One rule all fishermen should follow everywhere, especially the backcountry, is if it is soft enough to leave a footprint, stay away. Elk have a reputation for sometimes tearing up these sensitive areas, and fences have been installed in some places to help the banks regrow and keep the streams healthy. The Park Service has assumed that we are smarter than elk and allows the public access to these areas. Just make sure to watch your pole on the way through. One of our obligations is to stop the spread of invasive organisms. These organisms are spread by clinging to our gear, especially our waders. They not only affect the wild and native trout, but can also be deadly to other life, like frogs and toads, and the insects trout feed on. Please make sure you are familiar with the guidelines put out by the Park Service. Of course, one advantage of being local is we can use our freezers. If you are here on vacation, at a minimum, make sure your gear is clean of all mud and slime and dried thoroughly. Plan on leaving your waders behind as much as possible as you head out into the park. Some days on a mountain lake, you may just have to deal with fish rising out of the clear water to sip your size 20 dry. If you do decide to travel to the backside of a lake, look for places that grant you access without doing damage, like a boulder field. Fish in high-use areas, like Dream Lake, occasionally show signs of damage from improper handling. Pick up the guidelines for safe handling of trout on your way in, and always get your hand wet before touching a fish. Keeping trout in the water as much as possible is key, and one reason I always carry a net, especially if I'm going to take a picture or, say, do a little filming. Plus, it will give you a chance at a second take. Also, please take the time to talk to others about these special fish, and please be patient. I'm not quite sure how many times I've had someone ask me, "Hey, what are you fishing for? Bass?" A hike from Dream Lake will take you to Lake Hayaha, one of the few lakes in the park that has a Yellowstone cutthroat. Unfortunately, we had to leave early before I could grab a fish for the film. We had to make the trip back around the lake before we got caught by the clouds quickly coming over the peaks. Always keep one eye on the sky and bring proper gear. You never know what you may find yourself in. These are called the Rocky Mountains for a reason. Some of the streams are fast, hard, and provide their own challenges. Take your time and bring some patience. If you have never seen water like this before, come to learn and have some fun. One of the best reasons to fish for trout are the places they thrive in. It is about the journey, finding out for yourself what is there. These trips are not only about the fish, they are about the adventure. Time moves slower in the park, and damage takes longer to recover. We should leave no marks. And if you carried it in, carry it out. In 1978, a wildfire burned through the Ouzel Lake area. Today, over 30 years later, you can still see the forest regrowing as this regenerative cycle continues. While off-trail travel is allowed in the area above the falls, care needs to be taken not to allow the spread and formation of social trails. Here, as everywhere in the park, make use of things like trees and rocks to leave no trace and allow the forest to grow and, where it needs to, recover. Leaving no evidence that you were ever there is a way to show our appreciation and a gift passed on to those who come after. Lakes and streams on the west side of the park feed into the headwaters of the Colorado River. With a little luck, research, and patience, you can find the other native trout to the park, the Colorado River cutthroat. As you explore the park, remember the gift that you have been given by others, and do your part to pass it on to those who will come after, so everyone has a chance to experience the unspoiled wilderness.